In this module, we'll go over models with binary dependent variables. We'll gradually steer away from the ORS framework in the subsequent videos and introduce to you a new way to estimate regressions. In the end, we'll talk about a special case of the logit model that can be used to measure discrete dependent variables with multiple values. Frequently, we're interested to explore questions with a dependent variable that only has two different outcomes. For instance, the dependent variables for these questions are whether the mortgage application is denied or accepted, whether a job application is successful or not successful, and whether the individuals are going to college or not going to college. When the dependent variables are a binary outcome variable, we assign the value of 1 or 0 to describe each of the outcomes in the dependent variable. The numbers 1 versus 0 don't have any actual meanings. They are the indicator variables that represent two opposing sides of the dependent variable. For instance, we ask, is race a factor in denying mortgage application? In this case, mortgage application denied is equal to 1, or mortgage application accepted is equal to 0. To answer this question, we'll use the Boston Fed HMDA dataset. This dataset was collected in 1990 based on the mortgage application for single-family homes. There are 2,380 observations and a host of variables in this dataset. Our variable of interest in this case is the race of the applicant. The control variables we can use are income, wealth, employment status, property characteristics, etc. Notice that these control variables are used to assess the financial capacity of the mortgage applicants, so they are highly correlated with our Y variable. At the same time, they are correlated with our variable of interest, which is the race of the applicant. For simplicity's sake, I'm only going to use one control variable, the payment to income ratio, in the following exercise.